everyone, welcome to Res Snapper. My name's MJ and this is our brand new series, The Buff Up. This is where we talk about cards which we think deserve a buff in Marvel Snap. I've got 4 cards for you today, and let's kick it off with Mantis. Let's stop the teasing and unblur this image. Mantis is currently a 1-2 with the on reveal. If your opponent played any cards here this turn, copy one of them into your hand. My proposal is that she becomes a 3-4 with a completely different ability. After your opponent plays a card here, get a copy of it. Or maybe I should have worded that, add a copy to your hand. Guys, Mantis is absolute dog fecal shit matter. I'm sorry, but it's true. She's just back. Okay, so first of all, listen, the Guardians of the Galaxy have had buffs before, and they're still not great. It just feels bad to have to guess where your opponent is going to play. And yeah, there are cards that we can play which you know, sort of force our opponent's hand and force them to play in a specific location. Quite literally in the case of cards like Jean Grey. But also Nebula, you definitely want to be playing into that Nebula location. So you can manipulate them a little bit like that. But the problem is, guys, the upside of guessing, because guessing is a hard thing to do. Even with those tools, you can't guarantee it. So you're not guaranteed this effect. But even with that downside of this being unreliable, the upside of just getting a copy of one of the cards they played is just bad. Wow, and I went so high pitched there I barely even made a noise. But like, I think in the developer notes when they changed Mantis, I think they said that it allows you to like copy a Venom, so you get like a big juicy Venom. How often is that gonna happen? That was extraordinarily high pitch. I'm actually hurting my voice. Honestly, I saw Taylor Swift. This is not a humble brag, but I did see Taylor Swift last night. Already losing my voice. Terrible idea to film like 3 back-to-back videos for this channel. Anyway, if you are new, do subscribe because you simply must. Anyway, yeah, I just think it'd be better to give her the ability of is it the Machine World location? It's basically that power. Moving her to 3-4 as well. I think actually if she was any lower in energy cost with my proposed new version, I think she would actually be a little bit broken. I don't think she is broken with this. You're going to be able to catch them off guard one turn if you know they're going to play there. Like, maybe they're going to play a Venom. You'll be able to catch them off guard and get a copy of the Venom. But, you know, that strategy may not play into the rest of your deck. Even if you're playing something like Loki, you know, you won't be able to get a copy of their card and then play Loki because it's going to wipe it over anyway. So, yes, I don't think this is broken. I'm sorry. What do you think, though? Oh, my God. I'm joking. I'm busting out the iced tea. If you're an avid viewer of this channel, you're going to be seeing a lot more of this iced tea in an upcoming video. And I don't know if that's a good thing. Right, let's move on to the next card that I want baffing, boys. Master Mold. Currently a 2 energy, 2 power card. On reveal, add 2 Sentinel to your opponent's hand. I'm proposing that it goes to a 2-2, so the same stat line. On reveal, add 2 Sentinel to your opponent's hand. So the same on reveal, however, it should have an ongoing ability plus 2 power for each Sentinel in play. Now, I'm not claiming responsibility for this proposal. Absolutely not. People have talked about a very similar ability to this, or the same ability as this, for months and months and months. If you check like the Reddit and the Discord, this subject has come up. Master Mold just feels too weak. Genuinely, like the only synergy that he has, or they have, is with Ronan the Accuser. It's too narrow. Let's put a more imposing downside on your opponent. Let's make it so that they really don't want to play the Sentinels, and you're not helping them out in any way, because sometimes giving them the Sentinels can be a help. Let's really make it a downside for them. And with the plus 2 power, I don't even think it's particularly broken, because, you know, they still don't have to play the Sentinels. It's not like they have to. And even if they have to play one out, Master Mold is still only a 2-4. But the other interesting side to this, of course, is that you as the player playing Master Mold, you may well be playing Sentinels yourself. So you can then juice up your Master Mold. And do you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see more Sentinel synergy. Bastion, right? Bastion is a card that could potentially synergize with Sentinels. I don't know in what way, just speaking off the top of my head. But yeah, let's give Master Mold a friggin' break here. Even if this is fractionally too powerful. I'd rather he was fractionally too powerful than fractionally not too powerful enough. He's heavily... There's no fractions involved here. He's not good. Moving on to a couple of changes for us for some cards here. These last two cards we're going to look at. They're basically just like fine-tuning and just, you know, giving some extra flavour and extra ability to some existing cards. So we've got Namor here, currently a 4/6 with the ongoing ability +5 power if this is your only card here. I'm proposing that he should be changed to a 4/6, can be played into flooding or flooded, and ongoing +5 power if this is your only card here, or in flooded. Right? This is an obvious change. Now, this might not even make him like crazily good. Yes, it's obviously a massive counter to Storm, and it's also powerful for you yourself to play into Storm. But guys, is that really so bad? This card is so weak on its own. Like, playing it into a single location, it's 11 power, which is good, but it's so weak to Shang-Chi, of course, right? And you can't armor it because then he loses his power. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to stop him from being killed from Shang-Chi. It's such an easy win for them in that lane because, of course, Namor has to be there alone. That means that if you kill the Namor, I'm getting extremely confused here. They win the location, right? There's nothing you can do because the downside of Namor, him having to be alone there, it means that you are just saying, if you have Shang-Chi, if you have the most played card in the game, just please take this location. It's weak. So he needs something, and this is such a thematic change. Even if it was just the second part of this ability, his power triggers if he's in flooding. Or maybe it could even be different, like +3 power if he's in flooding. Something like that. Something to make this guy usable, because I think this artwork, by the way, is absolutely sick. So yeah, I'd love to see Namor have his day in the limelight, or I should say, in the flooded location. Stupid. And finally, guys, my fourth card of this episode of the Buff Up is Helicarrier. Currently a 6/10. When you discard this, fill your hand with random cards. I've got a very simple proposal here. I'm just saying that you basically have the same on reveal. So on reveal, fill your hand with random cards, and then maybe you just tweak the text for the second ability to, when you discard this, trigger the on reveal. Maybe you do as simple as that. Or there might be a different way to word it. Basically, whether you discard it or whether you play it, you get the same ability. Do you know what? I would honestly almost want to add when it's destroyed as well. I don't know when that would be useful, although the slight complication with that is if you play it and then it gets destroyed, you sort of get double the effect, which maybe feels a bit weird. Maybe. But in any case, just make it an on-reveal as well. What's the harm? What is the harm in doing this, right? It's already a 6-cost card. Yes, you can ramp it out. So maybe you could ramp it out on 5, and if you've got Quinjet, you can make a benefit from those random cards. Maybe it makes it very strong with Collector. Does it make it too strong with Collector? What do you think? But I just can't see the problem here, guys. If you're doing Devil Dinosaur stuff, playing this, yeah, it makes your Devil... Actually, it is very good with Devil Dinosaur, to be fair. It is extremely good with Devil Dinosaur. But you're still only going in another location. And it's not like with Devil Dinosaur we can't already do Devil Dinosaur in one location, Mystique and Coulson in another, or Mystique, Mirage, Snow Guard in another. These other ways to fill our hand up. It's not like we can't do it, right? So, yeah, I don't know. This is the one card that I'm most intrigued to hear your thoughts on. I love Helicarrier. I recently split it into a gold version, so I love the idea of it. The thing that I don't love about Helicarrier is just its like actual ability in the game. It's just like, it's kind of hard to pull off, and it does, like, the ability of filling your hand with random cards in those kinds of decks. You're not really wanting to play those cards. It's more about the presence of them and getting the buff with like like Blade and Collector and stuff, and then like discarding with MODOK and having your Morbius bump up and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'd just like to see the actual ability of Helicarrier be more meaningful and make it something that you actually want to play these cards. Anyway, those are my ideas for this episode of the Buff Up. Did you enjoy this episode, guys? Because this is a brand new series, so let me know if you want to see any tweaks or if you've got any suggestions for cards that you think I should look at and suggest buffs for. As always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.